All right, we're gonna continue Paranormasight. Still with GB here. Ashogo, give a round of applause.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, let's do this.
So, I would like to have a little chat for a bit before we start. How do you feel about voicing Shogo so far?
I'm to be honest, I'm not sure. He's the age. He's like what? He's like in his 20s, right? And he's an office worker at a soap company.
Mhm.
So honestly, I don't even know if he has the energy in him, but it seems like he has plenty
What
of
do you
energy.
mean?
He
What
seems
do
pretty.
you, what do you mean he doesn't
I
have
mean, did
energy?
his soul get sucked by the company? But I guess he's a recent hire, so I'm guessing no. You know, I'm pretty sure voicing Shogo can be difficult because he has to have that main protagonist energy. But I'm not really sure how to
You're
depict
not
that
used to
without a
be.
way. Without yeah, I'm not used to it.
Wow.
And
Sure?
it can sound pretty weird, but I'm just gonna go with the flow. I think I think a
Yes.
lot of voice actors when they get to have to read lines that sound very,
Weirded out.
for lack of a better term, cringe.
Yes,
Um,
weirded out.
yeah, weirded out. I'm sure somewhere in the writing room when they made the lines and stuff like that, it was supposed to be inspiring
Mm-hmm.
somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, how about you? How's voicing every other character that's not Shogo?
I have a problem with the man part. I tried to sound low, but it will be funny, right?
Yeah.
I need more technique, but so far I like how challenging it is, and we can both, practice together, right?
All right then.
I like it. This is a very nice activity that I've never done before. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
here
we're
we
starting
are.
off.
Now we are introduced to something that is called story chart. And
And the
remember?
storage chart
Mhm.
is we can go back in time to relive the events, but make different choices.
And
All
they
right,
say if it's dim, that means we already done everything in that.
scenario.
Mhm. Are we gonna
But
call it
if it's lit,
chapter? Or it's that
then
means
we
we're gonna
haven't
go
finished.
here. We're not gonna go here. It's dimmed. I think the
Hmm.
I think the
Start at part
dis.
2.
Okay,
Okay.
Taisapon is here. Okay, let's just go with it.
Summary of previous events. Oh, you can read it. Sorry.
Kinshibori Park Part 2. Shogo Okie, yay! Summary of previous events. Shogo Okie is with Yoko Fukunaga at Kinshibori Park, searching for one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. His interest in the occult starts to grow as he learns more about it from Yoko. Okay, so Yoko tried to drag him in this kind of business, but he ended up.
There's two options: restart or resume. What's the difference again? So if we restart the scenario, we can't go back. Is that how it works? I forget.
No, if we in the middle of it we suspend, then we go inside it again. It will not resume it. That's what it says. Well, let me read it
Oh,
again.
okay.
I can read it again.
Ha.
I think it was in here. And
Scroll
then,
down. Maybe how to play.
yeah,
Um,
there.
here.
Hmm.
Okay, quit playing. Use the story chart button on the menu to quit playing a chapter and return to story chart. If you quit midway through a chapter that you haven't finished, you'll have to restart again from the beginning. That's fair. Completed chapters can be resumed from various points in the game. The game will not return to a previous game state when resumed. If you return to story chart by using the suspend command that appears at a certain points, it is the same as quitting and returning
Quitting.
to story chart. Okay.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah, this is the one that about 2 faces. If it's completed fully, it will dim, but if there are still tasks to be done, it will not dim and will remain lit up. So, I think
So
we
we
should.
click resume, right?
Let's try resume. Let's see what's gonna be. If it's wrong, then. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Do we want to start from the
um,
beginning?
maybe we can start from the beginning. Let's see how things
Something's
went.
happening to Yoko. Hmm. Or we can just
Okay.
press
I mean,
this one.
I don't know what to change differently.
Actually,
So
um, yeah, We can start from beginning. Sure, why not? This is gonna be, oh, I'm gonna be voicing Yoko the Bubbly again. Nice. Okay, so this is the same,
It's
right?
gotten late.
Mhm,
Really late. Actually, oh, sorry, really late actually.
mhm,
It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air, but I guess that's normal for this time of year.
mhm.
Or so I keep telling myself.
Damn, that's nice. I give it B plus.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's an interesting looking playground. Like,
No, 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 no,
mhm.
GB. Look, there's a
That's an
dots. Yeah, that's it.
okay, okay.
I got.
That's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids during the daytime, but it's kind of peaceful here at night.
Nice. I give it B plus again.
Okay.
No,
Thank you.
no, I'm not gonna give you more.
Voicing coach.
I'm not gonna give you more scores. I'm just kidding. Okay, here's the telephone booth.
These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency.
Hmm. Okay,
Hmm.
I think we need to talk to
Okay,
her.
so I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night.
Hmm.
Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless, no, it can't be.
Unless.
Wait. You're kidding, right?
About what?
I mean, just now. It kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you.
Of course, that was a joke. Duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah, I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with this seven mysteries of Honjo business.
Okay, let me clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff?
Sure, I can handle a solid Moscow mule.
So he's the Moscow Mule.
It's a Moscow mule again. Oh, by the way, I see Takumi's silhouette earlier when,
Really already?
yeah. Do you know
Okay.
the secretary guy
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
watching
I
us?
remember
I
him.
saw
Yeah.
it.
Already? Okay. Why are you measuring this in terms? Sorry. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails?
Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to but you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right?
Weird stuff.
Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand.
You can't be serious.
That's really nice.
Okay. Wait. Where's the silhouette? Can
It
you
was
actually see it?
behind us.
Just
It
a
was
while ago.
here. Yes, but
But did you just?
but it's only shown when Yoko was
Wait,
talking earlier. And I bet
uh,
everyone who's watching this video, they could see it too. I mean, at least they could rewind a few seconds back to see that silhouette.
okay. Wait. Quick recall. Wait. Was that recall
All right.
button?
Yep.
Like,
Oh
see
no,
what
I
happens when you
I thought
recall?
she's be gone by now after I turned
I
around.
got most of my memory back, but I still feel a bit out of it.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, he said the same thing.
Hmm.
Wait, they're just saying the same thing that we've read before. So what are we trying to do different here? I wonder.
I wonder. I think
There's something
some
that we're supposed to do differently. Do we still have our inventory? I'm guessing no,
no,
because
we
it
don't
doesn't show
have
up.
inventory at this time. Remember, we're going
Hmm.
back. So
Okay
at this
then.
time we don't have items yet. And
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another new choices that we can
I
make
feel like most of
to
the choices might come from the middle to the end part of this conversation.
exactly. So because we're repeating it anyway, so let's just voice this one again because last time your voice didn't come in.
Okay. That's
Okay.
true. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist?
You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them. So be careful.
So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them. If I doubt sorry. So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them. If I doubt they exist,
That's
they,
right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something and then they really do because they believed they would.
is that how that works?
Yep, just like drinking. You'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots.
I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing.
You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth.
Sheesh.
So,
We can
so,
keep talking about spirits then until the check mark comes out.
and if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet.
You can't be serious. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean.
Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk.
Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up.
Oh, I see. If you really want to know, I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow mule.
Really now.
I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it though.
Why don't we go for a drink sometime then?
Smooth. Ooh, are you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right?
No, that's not what I meant.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. But only if we find one of the seven mysteries.
Alright then, let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
I just remembered. I actually did some research on the seven mysteries of Honjo at the library.
You did? What did you find?
Well, I discovered a few interesting things.
Oh, tell me everything.
The first one, yeah. I don't think it makes a difference, right? Although they're called the seven mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them.
Ooh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years.
That's more extra stories than main ones.
Yeah, but the seven mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15.
If you say so.
But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember.
Huh. That's a good point.
Mhm. What about the seven mysteries of Honjo caught your attention?
Are these really ghost stories? So, I read some of the stories, and none of them were, well, scary. I thought these were supposed to be ghost stories.
That's true. They're more likely a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix.
Yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch, or the canal would take it.
Right, right.
Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park?
Um, not quite. We're talking about a folk tale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story?
So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know?
Exactly. I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious?
About what?
People from around here have that expression left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind.
Now that you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Ah, gotcha.
hmm Well, she's pretty smart though. She figured out the curse about maybe the one that's being abandoned is not fish, it's someone.
Oh, by the way, were we talking about the rite of resurrection?
Ooh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo.
I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh?
So, you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection. A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it.
Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true.
So the Rite of Resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it, an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by a local historian, Hideki Araishi, at an academic conference.
You sure know a lot about this stuff.
That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff.
I kinda got that.
Oh.
But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis in fact.
Exactly. That's why I believe the rite of resurrection is real.
Now I'm starting to believe it too.
Good. The pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I get that from Professor Araishi himself.
Hmm. Wait, hang on. I've got another question.
Oh, hmm?
You mentioned the rite of resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the seven mysteries of Honjo?
Oh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around.
What do you mean?
Hmm. Well, I started off searching for the rite of resurrection. But along the way, I realized that I needed to investigate the seven mysteries of Honjo first.
I see. So then, why are you looking for the right? If you're looking into a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you've got someone you want to bring back?
Hmm.
You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. It's Ogopogo.
Ogopogo?
Yeah, I want to bring Ogopogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago.
Ogopogo died?
Oh, right. Ogopogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years.
Ah, okay. Your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not sure if the right even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by.
Definitely. Now I understand. Sorry. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about.
Mm. But you know what? All that led to me. Oh, sorry. Mm. But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously.
Yoko, I'll do everything I can to help you.
Oh, yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah?
So, about the connection between this rite and the seven mysteries, putting together everything we've talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the seven mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the rite of resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right?
Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant.
Wait, since when I since when was I your assistant?
Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but some say that what led to the seven mysteries coming to be was the rite of resurrection itself.
Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the rite of resurrection was supposed to be way older than that.
Right. It seems that an onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned, with all the details on how to use the rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Alright, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called The Record of Fates.
Whoa, what a name.
And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the seven mysteries of Hanjo. So now, the seven mysteries are the hot new trend.
Among who? You know this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable.
Come on, remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown?
It starts with belief, right? Whoa!
This is it.
What the hell? It feels like the air just changed.
This is
Can you look
it.
around?
This is it. Oh, okay.
Oh my. What was that just now? Okay, do you think this time we can... Okay, we gotta do something where so that she's not dead, right? This
Yeah,
is it.
and I think this is it. We should save up here, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is
So,
round two, round two.
round two,
Come on,
round
we gotta...
two. What we want to change? If we talk to her, she'll be like doing the panicking stuff, right? Like,
But maybe we can just look at her, right? Can we just look at her? It feels like... I feel eyes on my back. Can't move. Is there something behind me? Okay, let's see. Look on the ground. Maybe the stone is maybe on the
I
ground.
cannot go
Okay,
down.
let's look behind us then.
This is the
So I think, remember last time it was just because you looked in the sky or something, right? So I
yeah.
triggered? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, let's...
There's nothing behind us, just like before. So what's changing? Do we really have to go?
No, don't look up. Don't look up.
Okay,
It's gonna
okay.
trigger. I feel like it's gonna trigger. Do you want to still talk to her? Maybe we can just
Let's
keep talking to her
yeah,
and
let's
just
keep
blow
talking
it
to
out or
her.
something. Yoko, are you okay?
Uh, uh, uh,
Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me.
no, this can't be. No, no, uh, behind you. Oh my god.
You know, she never actually says behind you, you know?
Oh yeah, she just
She just kept pointing at us, right?
yeah.
Yoko! Yoko!
Do we want to keep talking to her?
Yeah, let's see, keep talking to her. Let's see what... It's no use. She's in no condition to talk.
Keep yelling her name.
Reveal your name. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this?
There's nothing
nothing.
there.
Yoko! Hang in there, Yoko! Look at me! You're going to be okay. It's alright. There's nothing there.
Ah, ah, ah!
Yoko!
Wow. Wow, man. Oh my
Let's
goodness.
go!
Let's go.
Okay, so we're progressing the story. Let's continue.
Damn. Kinshibori Park, Part 3. Shogo Okie. Summary of previous events. Shogo cries Yoko's name in a desperate attempt to wake her as she lies, unmoving, on the ground. Will his pleas will his pleas get through to her? Let's find out.
I feel like it was something, but so she did see something, but why did we turn around?
Hmm. Wait. She regained consciousness? Huh?
Oh, good! You're awake!
What? I um
Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused. I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance?
you're doing the same thing that she said when you were falling down.
Yeah,
Remember? Wait, what
yes.
did you say? I think I've heard that before.
You're the one who said it earlier.
Oh, right. That might have been it. My humors were off balance.
What? Back there, you ended up like that because of your humors?
Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal.
I'm glad that you're back to normal now.
Now, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened.
Hmm. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow.
You bet it is. What? Are you backing out?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation.
Come on. I just started feeling back to normal too.
Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay?
Ooh, a taxi.
This guy already sounds like her boyfriend, bro.
Bro, yeah, bro.
I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining.
That sounds like me.
So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Okay, so she didn't get hurt this time. Nice.
Damn,
Wow,
bro.
well, we skipped a lot. Okay, let's
The
yeah,
tragedy didn't happen, bro.
okay, let's keep it at. Let's keep at it.
Let's keep at it. Let's save for now. Okay. Let's go. Kinshibori Park Part 4. Shogo Okie. Summary of previous events. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries of the night. Despite her stubborn objections, he manages to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his own. Dude, it's
Ooh,
already
5
5
a.m.
a.m., dude.
Finally. Dude, it's the morning, bro.
Dude, this is the music from Storyteller, dude.
Oh, it is.
In further news, before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in a Sumida city park. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area around this time. So, rest in peace, Shogo?
That's an
Wow.
ending?
Wow. Wow, we still don't know. That's all? Oh shoot. Oh
Wait,
man.
let's get. There's really nothing.
Let's just see. Man, that would be a letdown if that's just it, but
I'm pretty sure that isn't just it.
okay. I hope it yeah, I hope you're right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because this time Yoko is alive. Are you thinking we can be Yoko now?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Well done in your effort thus far. This brings Shogo Okie's story to a close. Ah, but this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The routes of the three protagonists have now been unlocked. We have three protagonists. Harue Shigima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Susumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide.
Oh my gosh, I thought there'd be something about the PI, dude. Oh, that's sad. Private
Each of
investigator.
them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these three storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Ooh, I
Who do you
love
want to
it.
be first?
Wow.
If you're gonna choose any of the girl protagonists, you're speaking. I'll speak for everyone else.
Okay.
But if you choose Tetsuo, I'll be the main character still.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm fine with any. I think.
let's reverse role for now.
Okay. Yeah. You
Yeah,
pick,
and
you
then
pick the
you
main character.
yeah,
That's
so we're
Akina.
gonna choose one of the girls right now, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna choose the chief officer.
Finally, my specialty: side characters.
What the heck, bro?
You ready for some peak performance? You can be a protagonist.
Okay, you
You
can
have the voice
yeah,
for
you
it.
can give
I
me some
have
score too. Yeah.
time for to show you what I got.
You know what?
Okay, who you
After this three, I'm sure there's gonna be final ending where we can be this private investigator. Like
Yeah, I'm
we're
sure he
gonna.
has his own.
I
I'm
think
sure he has his own issues
or
and
he
stuff.
is actually the one that spread the curse stone. He's suspicious.
Anyway, who do you want to be first? Honestly, I'm very interested in all.
You can
But
pick. Yeah, you can pick.
wait, honestly, I want to save the Yaku Sakazaki story for last because I feel honestly I love the idea of a horror school setting. But
Okay.
there's
So
one-
I go
so-
Haruwe first.
yeah, let's go to the top first. All
Okay.
right,
All right.
you can sound like her, right?
I
Good
hope
job.
so. No, you read this. This is your job now.
Yeah, okay, it's my job now to read all the files and stuff. When the son of Harue Shigema was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears.
Told you she's the one who's hiring the private investigator. Told you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Damn.
I hate that I'm usually right.
May those who mock fire's fire perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You have
Wow.
You have acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Haunting Clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. Press the Use Curse button to set your target alight. Files updated. The Haunting Clappers, an enduring superstition. As the evening bells rings in Ieko, near present-day Shumoku Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all all the while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again. Clack, clack. The echo answers again. But no matter how hard he searches for the source of this second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or a kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. Cursed power kills by burning one who's in possession of a fire or a fire starting device. Resentful memory, red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. So hot, so hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat must be burned up from the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right. I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch! Those haunting cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like my head was split open. Ah, right. The evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Clack, clack.
Damn,
Boom.
bro. Golden. Woo.
I can do everything except the main character voice, man.
Oh my god. Okay.
So this is probably you.
No. Is this me?
A murderous
Oh yeah, yeah.
impulse
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Oh, this is yours.
Oh, now. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who is so strongly who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Hold up, I'm gonna drink some water. Whew.
Oof. Okay, go get your water.
No, I have water next to me. It's okay. The Shigima Mansion reception room.
Oh, this is my
Oh, yeah,
mansion.
she's a witch lady. Back with. Oh, sorry. I have to sound like an eccentric man.
Mhm.
Well, how did you do it before? You like British?
Nah.
Yeah, British.
Yeah,
Or
up to you, up to
Aussie?
you. Up to you. If you want to go British, sure.
Are you back with me, ma'am? No joke. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Are you back with me, ma'am? I'll just do a dark voice, as much as possible. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile.
Sweet
Sweet dreams.
dreams.
Haruo Shigema. Female. Occupation, housewife. Curse echo, the haunting clappers. Haruo
What happened? Okay.
Haruo Shigema. Female. Housewife. Occupation, housewife. Curse echo, the haunting clappers. Haruo is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shimoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up, and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Haruo to call on the services of a private investigator, Richter Kai, to uncover the truth. The Shigema family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force. Following the Meiji Revolution, thereby uh, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigema line work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Haru's father sits in the upper echelon of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigema clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Haru's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haru a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haru spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Haru's husband was transferred to another area for work, and now rarely returns home, with Haru left to live in the large, empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long as a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time, comes in to take care of all the housework. Haru has nothing but time on her hands.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Okay, cool.
No, not dreams.
Sounds like I might want to hear about it. Something that I want to hear about.
So,
Okay, I need to nail this guy's voice. I need just the deep, deep. He's eccentric. I feel
cis
like it should be like a.
eccentric, maybe like let me see, what's his line? Back with me, ma'am. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. Maybe something like that?
Okay, I feel like my normal voice is eccentric. I'll just up the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. See surrounding? No, no surrounding? Okay. Apparently there's no surrounding.
I mean, it's a
Television.
room. It's her room, I
Yeah.
guess.
A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there is no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Okay. Such a very lonely life.
Oof.
No wonder
Oh,
she's
oh! Did you just see that?
depressed.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, well, I'll be damned. Oh, that's your
That's me.
cat.
That's me.
Hmm.
Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is?
Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before, well, you know what happened? Oh, sorry. He put it up just before, well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down.
Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's Head Hensho from way back in set number one. This is a real collector's item.
Excuse me?
Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds.
The what?
They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents.
I've never heard of them. But this certainly seems to matter to you.
The best part is nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it.
Oh, well, that's nice. Ooh.
Collectibles.
We have
Mockingbirds.
collectibles.
Oh my, that's so many. 20?
20.
20 birds.
Bruh. Bruh.
Oh, but they're telling you where it is. They
Oh,
tell you
yeah,
where it is.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good, good. I mean, we can
In
just
a
keep looking
park where
around.
sparrows sing on a
We
bridge
will. I
pillar.
feel like we can deal with this when it
As
comes.
we go, yeah.
Yes. Wait, you don't want me to read about the mockingbird description?
It's okay. It's
Okay, then.
collectibles. That's the gist of
Okay.
it. Okay. I will relieve you from that nightmare.
Okay.
A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Ooh, now more about
Ah.
him.
Richter Kai. Male. Occupation? Private investigator. Curse echo? None. The eccentric man that Shogooki ran into at Honji Bridge. Oh, it's still there. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Uh, Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Ota City, Tokyo. After taking on a request from Haruo Shigema to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he's still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Ario at the police academy. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigation and tailing his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also
Oh.
enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office, and more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case.
Ooh.
Amamori, damn.
I'm a Mori.
What more files? Okay, let's see. The Azir Heron Agency, Urtikai's private
Heron.
investigation
Heron.
firm in Heron.
Heron.
Urtikai's private investigation firm in
So it's a
Kamata, Ota
bird
City.
in an azure color. Nice. Mhm.
Mm. Uh, Originally, Kai thought to give it a simple name like Kai's Detective Agency,
Mhm.
but upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names listed at the front of the phone book
Oh, that's smart.
alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with an A. Thus, the Azir Heron Agency was established. However, it is questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous
Ominous
significance, is an
significance.
effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at
At
best.
best.
After all, rather than Azure Heron, Richter keeps a white parrot as a
Parrot.
pet, and dresses not in blue,
But
but mostly in
mostly in
white.
white.
If there was a symbolic connection to be made here, it has surely
Surely
been
been
lost on
lost.
all but Richter himself. A private investigator, also known as a private eye, is a detective who operates their own agency. Although there are no formal qualifications necessary to become a private investigator, many are retired police agents or detectives due to the similarities between the work involved. At a glance, private investigation firms and inquiry offices might look similar, but they carry out different types of investigations. Inquiry offices specialize in conducting credit checks on businesses, while private investigators are generally involved in tailing persons of interest and gaining information surreptiti- surreptitiously.
Surreptitiously.
Surreptitiously, thank you.
Surreptitiously.
Surreptitiously.
Wow, what a very, very rare vocabulary. Okay.
Mhm. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about?
Well, where to start?
Hmm, interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere, told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right?
That's right.
So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe, but I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work.
My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance at long last. What should I do?
You can talk with him again.
Okay. Oh, there's a table.
Oh, you can look at the table.
The guest table. I don't know where father got this old thing from, but I've never liked it. Yeah, it looks like so boring, but it's simple though. I don't think you quite understand.
Oh?
This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head, as clear as day.
You just knew, huh?
It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echoes, resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like, dying like they did hundreds of years ago, wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it, all the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're what?
Carrying a fire.
Carrying a fire.
I see. That could be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd seen it as an opportunity.
The str- excuse me. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we stock up for a moment.
We take stock.
We take stock for a moment. Remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
That might be a good idea. Okay, so I think we're gonna converse to each other again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unless you need to stock up, get some lighters,
Hmm.
matches, and kill some people.
Okay. I'm gonna save up for a bit.
I like how your character's forever the ditzy, calm, slow talking woman who speaks in like a sultry
Look,
tone.
she has noble
Yeah.
background.
She has no. She has no
She has
emotions.
to like,
Supposed.
she has to like to speak in a like at least a bit of grace in it because she's
Yeah.
used to be like she's in upper class, right? So
Yeah. And I'm not sure how to speak this guy's mind yet. Though. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Suichi Shigema.
oh, yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it.
That's what I'm here about today. Sorry. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of one lead.
Sorry. So you said.
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I remember you were just about to tell me. Ooh.
The Shigema, the Shigema kidnapping overview.
Oh,
A
finally.
kidnapping, a kidnapping and murder case that took place in Honjo, Sumida, around 1 year ago. Haruya Shigema's son, Shuichi, at age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigema family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. Oh, sorry, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruya reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his
Lost his
temper when the
temper.
criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes.
Embargoes.
Damn. The investigation was never closed, but
It's
the
okay.
case
Calm down.
has long gone cold.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of complicated words, bro.
I
I'm
know.
not that smart.
No, I mean, just read it slowly. It's fine.
I will read it very slowly.
Oh, here you got another. You get another one.
Okay. Oh, the boy. Oh, okay.
I was wondering
Shuichi
what
Shigema,
age. Yeah.
male, occupation, elementary school student. Curse echo none. The only son of Haruhi Shigema, he was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother, Haruhi, amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age, likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment. Born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in various activities and studies, including playing piano, learning the abacus, taking English
Abacus.
lessons, and training in kendo.
Ooh.
Shuichi's tendencies to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers.
Oh yeah, he's collecting them.
Shuichi as well? Oh yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Okay.
You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell
Tell
you
you
what.
what?
Why don't I tell you what I have found? And then we can make a decision.
All right.
You
Oh,
know,
it's the
we
same.
still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you
Oh,
what. Why don't I tell you what I've found, and then we can make a decision.
oh, it's the same. All right. Okay. Why is it not
Maybe we
checklisted
have to
then?
listen. We have to listen to others
Ah,
first.
okay.
I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself.
No, I'm very familiar.
Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area.
That's right.
In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's call. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home.
Maybe. But
Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He would never have gotten into a car with a stranger.
that's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children.
It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say that they saw anything suspicious. So did they target him at some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off?
The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must just have gotten lucky.
Well, why not turn the problem on its head?
Hmm. Do we click this or?
About the kidnapping, let's hear what he has to say. The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps a teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew.
But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigema family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them.
You might be right, but surely that couldn't have.
Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of that's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime.
Mm.
Let's keep talking about the kidnapping, yeah. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who have been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Suichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean.
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car?
He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children.
You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here.
Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone.
She might have been an accomplice. Or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case.
Wow.
So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See? What I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had.
Do you mean he saw it happen?
Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk to him. If we could talk in private.
Oh, what's this flashback?
Several hours earlier.
Ding ding dun dun dun.
All right, this should do it.
This should do.
There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again? Okay, here we go. New voice.
Oh, I do. Donochi.
Got it. Well, Junoichi, I'm all ears.
Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right?
Of course. What else do I look like?
How should I know what a private detective looks like? Ah, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help.
You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you?
A student called Michio Shiraishi.
Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty.
That's really nice. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima.
Come again?
I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me.
If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody?
Well, you see,
If you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you.
I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word.
You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans?
Yes, that's it, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon.
Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. But it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified?
You don't know what she can do. She'll she'll curse me.
Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here.
The duck lips. It's true. Her house, it's forget it. Why do I even bother? You seemed dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me.
Hey!
Hey,
Hmm. And that's about the long and short of it.
I I can hardly believe it.
And at the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it.
Then if we can just find that girl.
Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name is Kohei Junoichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida.
A teacher. Then this cool girl.
Is one of his students. I think that's very likely.
Okay. I think this is. You want to try again to see?
At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for.
Okay. I think that's all. Do we want to try this?
Yeah, we can start it. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about it in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently, some old books showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo.
I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard, like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive.
You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any grief. Oh, sorry. I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's
Oh, sorry.
why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but, if this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul.
Is that a problem?
If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you.
Oh, that's a shame.
A shame, huh? That's all?
I would thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful.
You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that?
I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this.
That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into?
Oh,
And at the
I can still kick it. If
if
it
it,
makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them.
I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client.
Hmm. Should I
Save,
pay?
save, save. save, and see what
Save
happens.
first. Okay.
Yeah, this is probably the split point for her story. Because one seems like we kill him, the other seems like he might rebuttal and we kill him. I feel like we kill him in both scenarios, but let's see.
No,
Which one?
no, 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 no. He mustn't die. For some
Okay.
reasons, I
But
think.
remember, we're not in the old storyline, so we don't see him on the bridge. We're now in
Yeah,
her storyline.
yeah, that's right.
Shogo's died before you even get a chance to meet this guy.
I
So
think even though tell him I will pay him, will stay no. He will stay still say no though. Hmm. So what do we pick? Hmm.
the I'll pay you seems like the best chance for it. You
Okay.
know.
How much can I give you to change your mind?
Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
See?
I've got my policies, and I stick to them.
I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn.
Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out.
What do you have in mind?
Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then. Sorry, all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, then that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove?
That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now.
My.
We can talk about the investigation because that's not gonna
Okay.
have a check mark.
Oh no
We
no.
still have to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Oh, okay, maybe we go.
Yeah, it's the same. It's still the same.
Okay, okay. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The haunting clapters, was it? That's one of the seven mysteries of Hanjo, if I remember correctly.
That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that.
In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curse makes their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
That sounds sensible.
And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right?
That's right.
In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
You really think it's that good?
The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket and say that condition were already fulfilled before they sorry and say that conditions were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them.
Maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said.
Threats could work, although without any proof it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second.
At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now.
That's an interesting proposition, but maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig.
Oh, I see.
You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just a curse.
You flatter. No, he doesn't. He doesn't flatter you. Oh my God.
Ugh.
Ugh. Okay. Are you tired yet?
Are you?
No, I'm not. But I think you. I heard you yawn just now.
I did yawn, but we can keep going for a little bit longer.
Okay.
As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine.
Hmm. Oh, okay. That's all. Okay.
Right then, have you decided what you want me working on?
Hmm.
Oh, Shaista.
Oh wow. Shh.
So either he helps the situation with the kidnapping. I think if you say okay, you can save here. I think this will also be a good saving
Yeah,
point.
I know, right?
I guess if you want him to find this person that they were talking about who killed, then maybe.
I want to
Okay, so the
investigate.
choices are either revive the kid or revenge. So those are the two. Um, I mean, I don't want to
What
fight other curse
what
bearers.
what would
Maybe
you
we can
do? Investigate?
investigate the kidnapping because the chances of the kidnapper also being a curse bearer is
Mm.
eh.
Finally, finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son.
Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts on looking into the kidnapping.
Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers?
All right, I see how it is.
It's double anyway, it's both of them anyway.
Oh gosh. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the covers of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I bet they're trying to do as much as they can before the morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers to buy tonight, or by
Mhm,
night.
mhm.
And once the city wakes up, and I can start asking questions.
I got question. Then when do you sleep?
I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi
Mhm.
as part of the party.
Thank you. That's more than enough. Hmm.
Now then. Whoa! I
Woo!
should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout.
All right.
There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out in the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going.
Ooh.
Farewell, madam.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh. So,
wow.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
So I was right that the the private investigator was looking,
Hired.
yeah, hired, and that's why he was like asking around for curse bearers. And when he saw Shogo, he actually already saw what happened. Big chance. So that's why he was like asking, "Do you have like a source of light with you?" Something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the wording. I think it's like it's his last chance of saving him, you know. I don't know. Just
Mm.
like you know, I'm just
Yeah.
hoping you don't have that because when Shogo died and he saw the private investigator at the background, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah, so I was like, "Oh, okay. This is connected." Yeah. So, do we want to continue next time? It's pretty long time.
Um, how long has it been recording? I guess.
Okay.
I'm game to continue next time. I'm
Yeah,
sure
because it's
we've
already
covered enough. We've
yeah, it's
covered enough.
already 1.5 hours. So yeah, can
Okay, we've
continue
covered
next.
enough. We can
Yep.
continue next time.
Okay, that's a nice you know, like
It was
uh,
so much reading. Oh.
I
But
know.
new information. That's what's important.
Yep. Yep,
Yep. Yep.
exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Do you think Susumi is the chief inspector that handled the kidnapping?
Maybe.
Or maybe totally unrelated? Hmm.
I don't know. I just know his partner Ariel is the he's a friend of the private investigator. If you remember, they're
Wait,
friends. The private.
Jun Erio
That's
is his
yeah,
friend? How do you
yeah.
know?
Well, we read it in the bio. It's in the
Oh,
bio.
yeah, 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 yeah. Right,
They're
right,
friends.
right.
They're friends.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Then let's cut it now here, and we'll continue again later with Madam or Ma'am Harue Shigima
Mm-hmm.
story. Okay. Thank you so much, GB. Let's continue again. Maybe tomorrow or next time.
Yeah.
All right. Bye
Boy.
bye.